half of parents, just a little under half, are concerned that artificial intelligence is going to impact their children's ability to get a job, and just almost half again are concerned that it's going to impact their children's ability to be creative.
That's frightening.
Yeah.
I never even thought about, you know, not being able to have jobs in the future for the kid. Like, that's something, it's really scary to think about.
Well, workforce development starts right about at Children's Museum age, because by the time kids get, unfortunately, especially for STEM programs, girls check out before the end of elementary school, by the end of middle school, you know, and so work has to start to get kids excited about these different learning areas way younger. And so getting kids excited about learning. And to me, I'm not as afraid of AI as maybe some of the people in this, but I use it all the time. I use it in that business school class. I know a lot of teachers professors have said no, but I feel like these guys are going to be in the workforce, and it's going to be as ubiquitous as your calendar. I mean, your calendar, your well, calendar, but calculator. I mean, it's just another tool. But it was really interesting that parents are picking this up. And the piece that totally blew me away, so I'll get my numbers right here, but they surveyed 2,000 parents, so this was a significant survey. And they came back that they're afraid, 45% are afraid that AI might harm their children's ability to generate new ideas and original thoughts. That's a very fair concern. And what I think parents will probably need to do is, like social media, get themselves educated on what AI can do, and then find ways to show their children to use it to enhance their creativity, because that is also a possibility.
I feel like I do not know much about AI at all. I just have not touched it. A lot of my friends, you know, use it for funny things or looking up different things on the internet. I just have not, you know, started with that. What would you tell parents whose kids are using it right now? Is it something they should try to stop, or is it something they should just get more educated on? You
know, I think they need to get more educated, because it depends on the child and it depends on what they're using it for. But what I like is that it can get you the answers quickly to simple things, so you can go then above and beyond. So what I mean, an example I can think of off the top of my head is, you know, it used to be we had to memorize like all the counties in our state or whatever. I don't know if you had to do that up in Connecticut.
I still know that song, 50 Nifty.
United States from 13
all that
original
stuff,
colonies. Yes, I do too. I was telling somebody the other day, I have to Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, I almost sing it, but you don't want me to sing. But at any rate, we don't have to burden our mind with that, because it is right there. So now what we can do, we can think about things from a more generative process and start to understand issues and think about it more broadly. So it can be helpful. But what I thought was really interesting was parents in the survey were also asked, what's the most essential skills their kids need? And this was something I wanted to kind of draw out. 69% said creativity. They want their children to be creative. 63% said problem solving was most important, and another 63% really put behind social skills. So social skills, problem solving, and creativity. Well, that is exactly, when you talk to employers, what they're looking for in grown people for employees. Those are the #1 skills. It's not knowledge content. Because they figure we can teach you that, what you need to know. And what you need to know changes. I mean, when we're teaching, now the counties don't change too much, like we were talking about, but other facts do, and you know, or evolve, or they don't become important anymore, and something you learned, like, you know, isn't important later, or you can, so AI can kind of be that sort of assistant, I think, and allow us to then build off of that and get creative. But social skills, you know, I don't ever think a computer really helps you with that. You've got to be interacting with other people. Problem solving, again, when kids are young, it's that physical movement of things to create that problem solving. So when the big disconnect I see is, if you look at K through 12, we're testing on knowledge. We're not testing on these things that parents say is most important and employers say is most important. So it's just something we need to think about as a society. But I was impressed to see the numbers of parents who want their children to be creative and creative problem solvers. That's literally our mission at the museum. So that warms my heart.
Definitely. It's definitely not the last time we'll be talking about this. No. So I'm sure we will have many more conversations about this. We're out of time though, Karen. Thank you so much, as always, for being here. We'll see you back next week.
See you next week.